about regeneration of the land, and I think that through my previous work over the last sort of 6-7 years, I've seen the benefits that agroecology can bring to people and planet. And I guess when I saw the advert for the role, I thought, well, at the moment that I have, I'm in a sort of slightly strange position with the farm, and I sort of thought, well, I hope the farm project does go ahead, but it's going to be quite a long time. You know, purchasing land takes a long time, and so for a while I felt like I feel like I have capacity to get involved in something else, and I felt like this would be a good challenge and a good opportunity to get more embedded and work together more with some of the other people in Lush, because I feel like my job, I was recruited really to kind of run a sort of slightly separate project, and that sort of stalled a little bit at the minute, obviously. So it would be really good to be more involved in kind of the buying team, and so this would be a great opportunity to do that. I think some other reasons are that I'm very action oriented, and I think that this is a great opportunity to really see and like kickstart and help lots of really passionate and kind of driven people to, and you know, the time to act on some of the issues that we're facing on the planet was yesterday. So
that's how I'm feeling too.
Yeah, it's kind of a really good opportunity to and a really positive action kind of oriented role. I think that some other reasons are that it's a good opportunity to maybe embed in the strategic work of some of the hubs. So I think from what Gabby said, that she's quite interested in going beyond sort of demonstration sites and seeing how, and helping people or mentoring people and groups to work on being self-sustaining, so that the money goes further than just a kind of project that then might have to stop if the money runs out. So I'm really excited by that opportunity to kind of help people and mentor people to take their vision to the next stage. And yeah, I suppose I feel like my experience managing the community farm before is that I was very much on the other side of this process. So I had to fundraise a lot for the various different projects we were doing, and also for core money to support staff and the work of the farm. So I think that I can bring that perspective to this role, and it's quite valuable in terms of kind of knowing what the other side is like.
It generates more empathy, and we can create a system that works for them as well, you know.
And I think that I've had a really broad experience of getting money from loads of different funders, although never Lush, but I think that I've worked with some funders where the model I feel has really worked for a small scale agricultural project, and then others where it really hasn't. So I feel like that could be quite valuable. And I guess in terms of overall vision, I think that there's already been loads of great work, from what I know, done by Joe and Tom and the people that support them with the funds that they invest and spend. And so I guess this it just makes total sense to me to have this agroecological permaculture pot as well, and because Lush are it's fundamental. I mean, most businesses on the planet really are fundamentally extractive, and trying to put something back and actually trying to demonstrate what is meant by regenerative is like a real key part of this, and that's what attracted me to the farm, and this is what attracts me to this role, I think.
Great.
Very long.
Well done.
At an earlier stage to the one that I was managing. And I think it's something that and when I've worked with funders, that side of it has been so helpful, just to have access to useful advice and a bit more of a collaborative sort of experience. And I think that's how that's how things really.
And then you were saying that you mentored some smaller projects so that they can also become more financially solvent, or
so because from being involved with a small scale community farm and then managing it for 6 years, like you learn a lot, and you make a lot of mistakes. and it's really nice to be able to, I mean, obviously you don't know everything, but it's really nice to be able to share that with people and just be like, actually, you don't, like, I wouldn't advise doing that, or like, we found this and maybe you should, and I think people really, really appreciate it, because like running a social enterprise or, things like, it can be really lonely and really hard work. So that side of support, I'd be really keen to explore as well.